picture, which you'll see just there on screen, of Tyson Fury, his dad John. They're in the gym. So, I mean, John Fury, I believe he lives in Morecambe, lives near Tyson, so you would expect him to be in the gym with his son, but he hasn't been part of Team Fury since the first Usyk fight. And Tyson Fury retired back in January. Now, Fury has been someone who's always fluctuated in between fights. He looked heavy since we seen him at Joshua Dubois, and that was obviously leading into his fight with Alexander Usyk. He weighed in a career heaviest, although he did wear a big heavy leather jacket. He still was a career heaviest. He looked heavy going into that fight. So, they say looks can be deceiving, but with Fury, it's always been spot on. Well, in this pic, he looks in decent shape. Again, he's wearing obviously a t-shirt. We can't see what he looks like underneath it, but at the end of the day, Fury's never had abs or anything like that, so you're not expecting to see that anyway. But he does look like he's been taking this training very serious. And it does, me and Ade did Ade and G-Man, and you'll see that on Friday, but we both kind of said that it looks like it's not just tick over training, it looks almost like he's in a camp. And that kind of is how it seems to me, that Tyson Fury, to me, looks like he is, I don't want to say getting ready to announce something, although he did allude to that in a recent clip he did with Sugar Hill Stewart, who was back in camp. It does to me kind of seem like there is something in the pipeline and that it is imminent. It's quite strange, really, isn't it, when you think about it, that you've got Tyson Fury here, and it's not just Tyson Fury, it's been other fighters in the past as well, who have always struggled to maintain weight outside of camp when they're in their active career. And then when they, quote unquote, retire, they seem to be like not in fighting shape, but never in as bad a shape as they could be in, if you know what I mean. And Fury seems to be kind of falling into that mold as well. He does look good in terms of, when you see him, he doesn't look flat. Well, he's not going to look fleshy, but in terms of like his face, he doesn't look fat in the face, doesn't look like he's carrying much in the midriff. He looks altogether good. So part of me is wondering, we're now in May, he retired in January. Has he spent the last couple of months just, slowly but surely bringing that weight down, ticking over in the gym, in full preparation for something that might be happening? Because apparently Anthony Joshua's meant to be injured, but he's training a lot. He was sparring Lawrence Okoli last week. So again, all we can do is speculate, but I am looking and thinking, surely 2 plus 2 has to equal 4. Surely it can't all just be coincidence. As for John Fury, look, at the end of the day, right, I've said this about John Fury several times, him being in Team Fury's camp, Tyson's camp specifically, right? Do I think he should be a head trainer? Hell no. Do I think he adds something? Yes, to an extent, as the old saying, a broken clock is right twice a day, because John Fury knows his son. All right, he knows, I think, let's say he knows his son. He knows his son, how his son's body reacts, and he knows what's right and what's not right for his son. So if you take John Fury, for example, when Tyson Fury fought Otto Wallin. When Fury fought Otto Wallin, he was trained by Ben Davison, and John Fury was scathing about Ben Davison's performance and the shape Tyson Fury was in. Now, some may say, well, hang on a minute. He's not been as light as that since. So what's he having to go with the shape? Essentially, John Fury could see that Tyson Fury naturally and healthily couldn't weigh in the 250s like he did. At the time it was 2019, so we'll say 4 years prior. He couldn't do it healthily. He could do it, but it was depleting him a lot. It depleted him in the Wilder first fight. It depleted him arguably in some of his subsequent fights, right? Especially this one. Because we've seen Oliver Lean is no great shakes, and Fury was bad that night. So he was able to say, right, well, look, I'm not seeing any improvement under Ben Davison. So they got Sugar Hill Stewart in. Great addition, have to say, great addition. And then Fury started just doing just his natural weight, which was probably in the high 260s to low 270s, which he did for the Wilder fight. And it was a revelation. And it was John Fury who started all that. All right, so you got to give him props for that, if nothing else. So I think Tyson not having, at the end of the day, if John was in Team Fury for the Usyk fight, the second fight, he wouldn't have won. It doesn't matter. He would have him cheerleading. He'd be saying, they're at my son, which he's already been doing. But he wouldn't have won. I think Usyk has his number. But I think maybe we would have seen a lighter Tyson Fury. Maybe would have seen a Fury who maybe had a bit of a better gas tank, because you could see he was tiring in that fight. And Usyk will do that to you. But packing on an awful lot of weight on legs that are tired isn't going to help either. So maybe John Fury, maybe Tyson has realised that he's never going to get John to be his trainer. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think that's something that should happen, quite frankly. He doesn't need that. He kind of needs he needs a Cameron voice like Sugar Hill and Andy Lee. He doesn't need a, chaotic John Fury in the corner. I don't think he needs that. Maybe from a distance, but not the head guy. But maybe he realises that I need my dad more as an advisor. What do you think? Because you know me, you know my body. And maybe that's what he's been doing, because as I said, Fury doesn't look in bad shape. Quite frankly, doesn't. So it's an interesting one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It looks like Fury could be announced. I don't know the ins and outs, but I'm just thinking there's too many, coincidences here for this to just be that. Or there's too many things happening for it all to just be coincidence. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video as always, people. If you could, smash the like button, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. Peace.